how you got involved with Huffington Post and business.com. How did you get asked to become a writer or contributor?
Yeah, that's a question I get the most these days. So it's a question that a lot of people are very interested in. And it was for me, I first pitched an article to business.com because a lot of these websites, they have, they want content, right? They want content, and, most of them are not paying anything to their writers. So I won't name names, but most of them are not paying anything to their writers. But the thing is that there are some people who object to that, and I understand their point of view. But there are also others like me who think that the exposure and the sort of authenticity it brings to your business and your personal brand is enough monetization value. So for me, I reached out to business.com via their submission portal. So most of these websites have their submission portals, right? So if you Google, Huffington Post submission guidelines or something, you will find their submission portal. So for business.com, I used that, and I had no sort of expectations because I didn't feel like I would get it. And I even didn't do a follow-up. Follow-ups are very important. So you should be doing that, unlike me. And I think after about like 3 months, I got a response from them. And if I recall correctly, I think they first wanted me to do sort of like a test article, like a trial article, to see if I'm good enough and stuff. And I did that, and then they asked me to continue to write for them on a regular basis. For Huffington Post, I employed a different strategy. What I did was that I knew that if I go through the route of submitting an article via submission guest post, submission portal, I won't get a response, or I will get it like after 6 months or something, because they get so many people contacting them. So that didn't work for me. So what I did was I basically looked into who is the person, who is the editor over there, who is passionate about stuff that I am writing about, right? And then I sort of I actually in this case I just found that person's email address, and I went with a very sort of personal tip because I knew that person from some appearances on media and stuff. So I mentioned some of those things. I made a very sort of personal page which sort of showed how passionate I was about writing and the topics that I pitched to them and stuff like that. And I got a response within 24 hours. And I actually helped a couple of other friends to get published in the same manner in Huffington Post. So, that was really awesome. But now I have sort of modified this even more. And now some of the other sites that I'm getting published into, I'm getting published on some other top marketing blogs in the next 30 days or something. So in this case, what I did was that I reached out to the editors over social media, over Twitter, LinkedIn. And I first sort of, exchanged an intro, sort of, asked about their work, got an understanding, built a bit of a relationship. And then I went ahead and delivered my pitch, and I was, accepted into their writing programs. So, I mean, at the bottom of it, all the business activities and writing and everything, it's relationships.
Now, to finish up, because our time actually went by so quickly, I didn't realize how quickly our time went by. Now, to close this up, one of the most important things that I've heard you speak about is your passion for family. Now, family was the reason why you gave it all up and started all over again. But from your devotion to family, that's actually where you started and really found your passion, and where you're able to take it to the next level. Can you tell us a little bit about that? So what really drove you back home? Was there something that happened back home?